ways to proceed forward and actually be able to figure out which one we're going to proceed with. In a complex situation, we need to probe, sense, and respond. We need to send out feelers to be able to figure out what's going on. And we need to pay attention to what comes back as a result of those feelers. We need to put attractors out and see who gets attracted and who doesn't and how they behave. And based on that, be able to figure out what an appropriate response might be based on the interactions we're observing in response to the probes and signals that we actually send out. In a chaotic situation, the management approach is actually quite literally fire, ready, aim. It is do something, act, sense what happens as a result of acting, and then continue to respond from there. Working to be able to try to take the chaos to something that is hopefully complex, and then ultimately perhaps complicated, and then perhaps eventually able to be simply managed and finally resolved. But it's by doing something, anything, and this is where we can often see that taking control and doing something in a chaotic situation actually creates the germ of figuring out what is happening and what potential further responses are that can actually make the solution more complex. Now, what is important to recognize about these is the boundaries between these states are very important. Understanding where we are between the boundaries, but actually being able to creatively use them as well. Because boundaries are sources of creativity. Boundaries are sources of insight and understanding. And a lot of what the Cunefin framework is designed to be able to do is to be able to understand what is going on within our environment and what does that actually mean. And so what I want to do is now take this to, well, what does this mean for us?